welcome back to our fun-filled day of kicking off National Craft Month.
Yes, we have another fun hour planned for you. This one is going to be all about planning. So sorry we're a couple minutes behind schedule, but we have so much planner stuff, so we were pulling all of it and making sure that we had enough to show you guys. So if you're just joining us too, I wanted to really quickly kind of give you the rundown of what's been going on here today. Since it is National Craft Month, we are kicking it off with this kind of full day party. We are live here, and then we also have the Facebook event going on where you can enter our challenges that we have. So I'm going to actually pass it over to Emily, who's manning the chat with you guys right now, and she'll tell you more about those challenges.
Hey guys, thanks everyone for coming back and joining us. Welcome to any new people we have. It's so great. Usually we're Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. I know a lot of people watch us in our rebroadcasts either on the website or on YouTube later, but it's so great that we're kind of hitting different times right now so we can get a couple new people on with us and joining us. We do have some challenges going on. We'll announce the winner of our last challenge, the Easter slash spring challenge, at the end of this broadcast. The next challenge for this broadcast, which will be closing at 2 p.m. when we go on live next time, this challenge is plan. Obviously, show us how you plan. If you're a planner addict, show us your layout for this week. Show us how you stay organized for life. That challenge is going to be in our Facebook event. There will be a post that will be pinned to the top, and that's where you can share your photos for this challenge. And I will include the link in our chat as soon as it's up.
Awesome.
Just a second.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what you guys put. If you're not currently a planner girl or use a planner per se in the paper version, you can be creative with your entries, and it can be lists or how you get organized or what you're planning to do.
That's right.
That type of thing.
Spin
so just
on plan.
Be creative with it, but this hour is all about planning.
That's right.
Good luck with that. We'll be checking in on the entries soon. But let's jump into planners.
You know, it's one of our favorite topics.
I know. I don't know how much you guys can see that we have here, but we have every kind of planner that you could imagine. And Blitsy is really your place for planners. Yeah. We have deals all of the time on them. And then we also have them listed on the site really all the time. If you just search planner, or if you're looking for a specific one, you can usually find it. So make sure you're doing that. And I'm going to just run through some of the most popular ones that we often are featuring here at Blitsy.
Also pretty.
So pretty. It's going to turn into kind of happy planner hour later because we have some sneak peeks at some of the new stuff. So I'll start with that and then show you the other ones. And then we'll just kind of talk about planning and what that means. So down here I have the Happy Planner. And if you've been watching our broadcasts for a while, you know that we love the Happy Planner. And the reason being is that it is on this disc-bound system, and everything pops in and out.
I love that.
Yes. So you can see I've got kind of notes here, my sticky notes here, and these all go in and out too. So
it makes planning so much easier. That way you're not like, oh, I got to open something up. It's just pop it in, pull it out.
Yeah, if you don't want your list there, just pop it out. But you can see I actually have layers of these because I use these sticky notes all the time. And then I've got, coupons on the back here. So, and then notes pages. So I really love the Happy Planner. Yeah. So that's one option that you have. I'm not going to do full walkthroughs of these just for time's sake, and you can find videos on our site. But the Happy Planner is one that's going to make you happy.
That's right. It's pretty and it's easy to use.
Let us know in the comments how many Happy Planners we have here.
Right. I'm curious.
More on the Happy Planner in a few. I'm just popping my cover back on.
Pop it right back in. You can change it out.
You can. You can even flip it over and use the other side. So I'll show this one more a little bit later, but this is actually the gold dot planner, but she just flipped over and used the stripes instead of the gold dot. So everyone in the office becomes a planner girl at Blitsy, that's for sure.
Even our yarn correspondent, Heidi, has gotten on board.
That's the one I was just showing you guys.
With planning.
So we'll look in there a little bit later, too. Then there's also a Heidi Swap planner. Actually, let me move this out of the frame. So this is a Heidi Swap planner, and it's a memory planner.
So pretty.
I'm not going to flip through everything, but just so you know your options, you actually can write in your dates here. So it could be for any year. Really gorgeous. Lots of gold foil.
I love all the kind of subdued colors, the light pink, the light, blue, turquoise.
Exactly. And the florals. Mm-hmm. And then you have a couple of leather binders for your planners. This one is the Simple Stories Carpe Diem is what it's called. And so I just wanted to show you, it's A5, kind of a larger size. Webster's also has an A5 as well. So here they are kind of side by side. This Carpe Diem is slightly larger, I would say, kind of.
Yeah, it looks like it's shorter and kind of whiter, yeah.
Exactly.
A little fatter.
So just different styles for different people depending on what you're looking for. Again, you can find more information on all of these planners in our videos, but I just wanted to kind of do a broad overview of what's available out there. Webster's also has the personal size A2, so you can kind of see that in comparison size-wise. So if you want something that you can easily throw in your bag and travel with, that might be an option for you. So before we go any further, who is here that are using planners? What planners are you using? And just overall thoughts on this whole craze. Emily, anyone chiming in yet?
Yeah, it sounds like we've got some happy planners. That's always such a fun one. There's so many cute accessories with that one. We do have some people that they've got their Websters. They love them. Someone has a pink A5 Carpe Diem. There was a question on, I think both on the Websters and on the Carpe Diem. Are those real leather? I know that the Carpe Diem is like a split leather.
I don't believe either of them are. I think they would be much more expensive if they were real leather. But you're right. The Simple Stories Carpe Diem one is more like a split leather.
I know we had the question come up a couple weeks ago. Someone was asking if it was real leather, and I knew another planner. I got it confused with another planner we sold, which was vegan leather. So then I looked that one up, and that's like a split leather. It's not.
100%.
I'm going to say no on both of them. Yeah. They feel like leather, except
they look like
the
leather.
price tells me that they're not, because they're actually really affordable. Yeah. So, but they feel really nice.
Yeah, they look really nice too.
This is the Webster's one. I will say that it's a little bit more smooth. It's like a smoother finish, whereas this one has kind of a more textured finish to it. They both have stitching around the sides here, so they're similar in that aspect. But if you're trying to compare the binders, this one is more smooth, which is the Webster's, and this one has a little more texture. Yeah. So I know it's hard when you don't have them in person, but that's the best way I can kind of describe
I think you nailed
those.
it. Yeah, I think they both have very similar looks, but just the texture is kind of the difference.
Yeah, and then the inside, of course, is going to be different on them as well.
Any other questions?
It sounds like we have a lot of people. We do have some people that have or they're interested in using like the multiple planners, the one for work or one for personal. I know a lot of people do that because when you do have so much going on, there's so much to keep track of. And also, if you do love planners, it's so hard to limit yourself to just one. So doing the multiple kind of for like a work one, a personal one, a kids one, a memory keeping one is like, it kind of is a lot, but it's a good way to, if you are really interested in the planners, use all of the different stickers and embellishments and all the different accessories and keep everything separate.
That's right.
Yeah, it's sort of become the norm to have more than one planner, which kind of sounds crazy, but it's because people are using them for their memory keeping, and then they're also using them for practical uses as well, or for, like Emily said, work, home.
They each have a different purpose.
Purpose. Or you can switch out binders so you have different colors for different seasons or different moods or different outfits.
I mean, I would say if you are an actual planner addict, there's a very good chance you have at least two, if not more.
Yeah. So I just want to have a quick discussion about to decorate or not to decorate.
That is the question.
That is the question. I know some people love to decorate each week. They do their monthly spread. And some people are like, no, like it's a planner. I just want to plan. So I'm interested to know from you guys what your thoughts are on that. And then I'm also, in the meantime, going to talk a little bit about what I do because I am a planner girl. I really love my happy planner. So I do both.
I don't. Not that I don't want to, But I, like, honestly, like, when I look at all the stuff that we have, I'm so inspired, and it makes me want to, like, get all the stickers, but I just feel like I don't have the time because I'm always making something else. But I feel like it's one of those things, if, you're just really busy and you don't have time to kind of embrace that creative outlet, but you're doing something like planning that you'd be doing anyway to kind of keep your life organized, it's kind of fun to incorporate your creative side into something you'd be doing already. But since I feel like I'm always doing something, or I have all these projects lined up, like, I don't kind of allow my creativity kind of to spill over into my planner. But I know it's
so opposite for me because at work, I'm the one that's like putting the episodes together and figuring out the products and doing so much on the business side of things that I don't get to craft as much throughout the day. So to be able to organize my thoughts in a creative way and actually get it on paper and add some creativity to it allows me to have a little bit of the creative outlet that I don't get so much in the other way. As you would think, I'm working at Blitsy that I do, but there's so much else to do that I truly don't get to craft enough for myself. So it's kind of like an unwinding thing for me. So I do both. Yeah. Because of time, a lot of times it's used in just a very practical way where it's all my meetings, and that's where like the Post-it notes and the stickies come in handy. And then if I do have some time, like on a Sunday, or I get into work early, or I'm, bored at a meeting, I can start decorating a little. So I wanted to kind of show you 2 different ways to use your planner. Another thing that I hear from people is, well, I don't have anything to plan. Yes, you do. If you're watching this, you have something to plan.
That's right.
It's like Blitzy's on at 8, 10, 2,
don't forget
12. So it doesn't have to be like I have a million things to do. It can just be like, oh, my dog has to go to the vet.
Right, and I feel like everyone has some sort of an appointment or some sort of date that they need to remember, or a to-do list, or a grocery. There's always lists that can be made, and obviously a planner is a great way to kind of put all of those lists in one spot and all those important dates in one spot. So you're not going, oh, did I store that in my phone? Did I write that on a note and put it on the fridge? It's all in one spot.
Exactly. So down here, I have this opened up to a slightly decorated spread for the week, and I'm just showing that you can just take washi tape and kind of corner things off to make it a little bit more fun and use the supplies that you have on hand. So I kind of like cornered off my weekend here, and I used some washi tape to add some color and pizzazz. And then it had this quote in here, attitude is everything. So I just put #truth because attitude is everything.
It's very true.
And then I used some stickers for Leap Day, and this is actually a stamp that I used in there.
I thought that was a sticker.
No, it's a stamp.
Nice.
So we'll talk a little bit about stamping in your planners
That's
too.
perfect size too.
Exactly. And then like a little sticker there. This is a stamp as well. It's kind of light. I'll show you guys that stamp darker in a little bit. So that's just kind of using your planner for decorating. Actually, I have my real planner here that I just did to show you guys how you can start decorating. You can even use scrapbook paper to fill in the boxes. You can put pictures. I've done that a lot too.
And there's a ton of accessories on the market. And there's a ton of accessories that we sell here at Blitsy. So like I said, stickers, stamps, washi tape, binder clips, paper, so many different things you can use to kind of add an extra splash of color, and it's also functional to help you kind of get organized too. So I love that the two kind of come together, pretty and functional.
Yeah, so this is actually a week from February that I used. My weekend was pretty blank. I think I showed this on one of the other ones before, but I used the sticky notes for all of my meetings and stuff that I have. So those can be moved around. Yeah. If things move around, I just, take my sticky, get one that's kind of up, and say, okay, that meeting was actually moved to Saturday.
That's a really
good
idea.
There. So, and then I use erasable pens in there as well. So I use it for my meetings, for my real life kind of planning, and then I use it for I think actually when the new ones come out, I'm going to have one that's just for memory keeping and one that's just for planning. So I can be more creative in the one and be more practical in the other.
See?
So I know.
She's graduating to 2 right here. You heard it first.
I know. It's so hard to limit it to just one. So Emily, do we have more decorators or more kind of like to the point,
like functional
just
planners
here?
It sounds actually, well, first of all, I love that we're tackling the hard-hitting topics. But it sounds like we do have some people that are split. Like we do have some people that they're like, I decorate my personal, but I also have one for work that I don't decorate that one. Like they're a little bit split. Some people, they only do they don't always decorate their weekly, but they'll decorate like their monthly spread. So it sounds like we've got some people who are split and do take the best of both worlds, and they're like, yeah, I can't decorate 7 different planners, but I do, like Katie, they take the time for the one, like the personal one.
Yeah, so I think it is a kind of a split
Yeah.
camp, but I like the having 2 for different purposes.
Right.
I really want, because Miles is starting to talk and say funny things, I want to have the one where I can just jot things down by the day of what we've done, rather than keep that with my work
And
stuff.
have it mixed with like board meeting, and then like Miles said a funny joke, and you're like, well,
Exactly.
okay.
So, but for now, all the girls just hear all those funny things
know,
every
which is
morning
perfect.
I come in.
I know.
Okay, so moving on, sort of on the lines of decorating, is dashboard. That's the number one question that we have gotten is,
Yes.
what is a dashboard? This planning thing is kind of new, like over the past year or so, and everyone's talking about dashboards and decorating, and like, what does that
What
mean?
is a dashboard?
And so I think I've talked about this on our live broadcast before, but the best way that I can explain a dashboard is when you think about driving your car, you've got your dashboard, and everything that you need easy access to is right there in front of you. So that's like a dashboard for your planner. It's something that's either in the beginning of your planner or in the beginning of the month that you need easy access to. You can put your Post-it notes on there. It's reminders for the month. The Happy Planner actually has a dashboard for every month that you can fill out. So in this version, you've got January birthdays or whatever month it is, goals, things that you don't want to forget, special events, important dates. So that's
All
actually
at a glance.
in the beginning of the month. People are also making their own dashboards to keep in the beginning of the month or even in the beginning of the week. You can do a weekly dashboard if you want something that you're looking at each week. And so I think bringing the creativity then to the weekly or the monthly and having at a glance, it could just be a picture that you want to see every time on your dashboard. It could be anything. So there's no wrong way to do a dashboard, but there's a million ways that you can kind of incorporate that. So I'm curious if anyone has gotten on the dashboard bandwagon of DIYing them yourselves.
It looks like somebody did say they posted their dashboard on the Facebook event page on the challenge. So looking forward to seeing that. Someone said, I keep track of my granddaughter's daily life and doctor's appointments. So it sounds like some people are not familiar with the dashboard, so it's great. You know, always, like you said, it's a question we get a lot when we talk about planners, so it's always great to go over. And I know we've got a fun DIY coming up so that we can show you how you can make your own personalized dashboard. So stay tuned for that on this broadcast.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to come back to dashboards then in a little while and have Claudia do a DIY one so you can see how to make one using some tools, and it's going to be March themed. So we're just starting the month at March 1st, so that's going to be awesome. But before we get to that, I think you have some DIYs for the planner you're going to show too.
A couple of really fun projects using our favorite Stick It. So I'm going to show you guys how to incorporate Stick It into a couple of projects that can be used in your planner. So the first one I'm going to show you, let's see, I'll do stickers, so DIY stickers. So all you need to do is grab a pretty piece of paper. I know you guys have a ton of these laying around, scrap pieces, whatever, anything you want. If you want to coordinate, whatever, just grab a pretty piece of paper, and then we'll grab a piece of Stick It, or a sheet of Stick It rather, and then a punch. So obviously my punch is small here, so I'm going to cut my paper down and my Stick It to match the size of my punch.
And Stick It is just double-sided adhesive, and it's going to make it super easy to make a sticker.
Super easy and super addictive.
You know, another easy way to make stickers for planners is using the Silhouette Cameo.
Oh yeah.
Which we have one up for grabs today. So if you're in the Facebook event, make sure you comment on the welcome post in there before midnight tonight, because you could win a Silhouette Cameo too, which is awesome for planning.
I like how you threw that in there. You're like, also. So as you can see, I just ripped the back layer or the back liner off of my Stick It. And I'm just going to place it on the back of my paper. And push that down. And then I'm going to grab my punch. I'm going to place my paper in there. And then I'm just going to punch. I'll do a couple here. Punch out my pretty little design or my little flowers here. And then I'm just going to use my finger to kind of kind of peel up the other layer of, or the other liner on the back. I'm gonna peel that off, and then it's gonna expose the adhesive. And let me see. Where's a planner?
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, where's the planner? You're like, don't worry, we have like 7
We have
here.
a lot of planners. I'm just saying. Do we have any special place we want to put it?
It doesn't even matter wherever.
Do you want a decorated one or an undecorated one?
Let's do.
Here, you know this one. This is your.
Like let's just do here.
Okay.
This one's kind of
Perfect.
decorated. So now it's sticky, so you can place it wherever you want. And actually, this is the perfect page because this has other.
Yeah,
DIY
like it
stickers.
matches perfect.
Yeah. So this was just a piece of paper that I cut to make it kind of like washi tape. I used a little heart punch here. This was another piece of paper that I kind of just cut at an angle to make it like washi tape. And so you can use your punches. And this was actually just a little cutout from a 6x6 paper pad that I used and turned it into a sticker. So as you can see with the Stick It, some pretty paper, whether you're cutting it out by hand or using a punch, you can create really fun, easy stickers to decorate your planner.
That's so easy.
So easy.
And kind of addicting once you start doing it because
gosh.
I know people are spending a lot of money, especially people that are doing weekly spreads.
Mm-hmm.
They're spending a lot of money on stickers and going to like Etsy shops
Yeah.
and different things.
Yeah.
You can buy or you can find free printables online and get the Stick It.
Yep.
And then print those out and make them yourself week after week.
And it's nice too because, if you want to, customize and you can't find a sticker that kind of matches the color of the month or your theme that you're doing for that month or that week, you get the paper, you can customize it. If you have any patterns that you just really love, you can incorporate patterns into your planner as well. So that's number 1. Number 2 is making your own Post-it notes. So once again, I just grabbed another piece of paper here. I'm going to go off this one because it kind of already has the kind of look and feel of the Post-it note that I want to go with. So I'm just going to cut this out. And I'm just going to cut along this little strip here. And we're basically going to repeat the same thing where I'm going to take my Stick It and I'm going to cut it down to match the size of, actually no, just kidding. This one I'm going to just cut a smaller piece because I don't want the whole thing to be adhesive.
Because you're basically making the same thing as this, right?
Exactly. So you just want
put that
the
in
end
there.
of it or the tip of it to be
This is a Post-it,
sticky. Exactly. So I'm going to trim that down.
where it's only sticky on part of it.
So hope you guys can see that it's just the like first what portion of the little paper that I cut there. You don't need the whole thing sticky because then it'll be more of a sticker. So I'm going to take my finger again and just kind of rub that corner, which is a little trick to get the liner off. And then we're going to stick that, if I can get that off, stick that to the back of our paper. And I'm going to show you too, if you want to take it one step further, you can actually use a stamp and you can stamp a fun little sentiment on there, or whatever you have on hand you can obviously use. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to find my little stamp here, and let's see, we'll do, this says, what does this say? This and that, we'll just do that one. I'm just going to stamp or ink my little stamp up there. And then we'll just do a little stamparoo. And then we'll make the end pretty here. Maybe I'll just do like a little
Banner,
little
kind of.
banner, little flag, whatever we want to call it. Pop those out. And then I'm going to remove, once again, that other liner, exposing the sticky side. And then I have a little Post-it note that you can
So cute.
move
You
around.
can use it as a page flag too, so if you want to keep your spot, you put it on the end there.
And I have a few other designs here that I did, so you can just take this and you can add it to your dashboard, or your little sticky note dashboard. Obviously, you can use a circle punch to kind of create different shapes. And I know people have asked, Stick It is a permanent adhesive if you actually take like a brayer or something and actually press it down firmly. But if you're just taking it, sticking it, and moving it, it will come off easily. It'll be repositionable.
Just
until
don't push it down.
If you want it to stick, then you'll really want to kind of rub that to make the adhesive permanent on your project. But if you don't, just kind of lift and stick.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then if you make your own dashboard, you can pop that into
So easy.
your planner, and you have your own DIY Post-it notes using the Stick It.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Emily, what do people think? Is anyone doing this already, or is this new?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people, they love Stick It. I know every time we show it, they're like, oh, it's one of my favorite products. Some people were talking about the difference between the Xyron and the Stick It. We've used both to create DIY stickers for planners and for other things. The Stick It is really good. It's really meant for your intricate dies as you are working with your paper crafting or card making. You can use it for your paper, and so it'll cut right out, and so you don't have to like poke out all the pieces and then put adhesive on. So the Stick It is meant for that, and it's obviously good for making the stickers. The Xyron is something we've stuck ribbon through it. We've put buttons in it. The Xyron, you can fit a couple different things up to about the width of like a nickel. You can fit through your Xyron. Somebody actually, they asked the question if we knew of any good sources other than the Silhouette design store, like, oh, where could I find Silhouette designs downloadable for my planner? I suggested Etsy. I don't know. I'm sure that there's a lot
Pinterest.
I know that there's a lot of downloads out there, but
Yeah.
it's also something, Claudia is a total master on the Silhouette. I'm sure it's something that we could bring you here from Blitsy. So great idea, and we'd love to develop more stuff for all of your planning goodies.
Stay tuned. Add it to the list.
Add it to the planner list.
But yeah, in the meantime, search on Pinterest. That's that's where I
found
find
a ton of free printables. I actually did a roundup post of like, I don't know, 15, 12, something like that, free printables for your planner. So
awesome. Okay, so you're heading out?
I'm
right?
gonna head out, and I think Claudia's gonna come in and actually demo the dashboard that you were talking about for March. So
Yes. Come on
all right,
in.
I'll see you guys later.
She's got to go to the doctor. She's
go to the
got a couple
doctor.
of babies in there, so we're. All right, Claudia's going to come in. Before we even get started with the demo, though, I wanted to talk for a few minutes about pens. So I brought a few pens that we're going to test for
Great.
people. I know everyone has, planner people have some opinions on pens. So I wanted to bring a few of our favorites and kind of show you what we use in our planner. The very first being the Tri-Plus fine liner pens. These are my absolute favorite. You've used these too, right?
I love them, yes.
We use them for our coloring books too, which is why it makes for my favorite, because I am using it for dual purpose. I'm coloring with them and then I'm using them in my planner, and they don't bleed through. So I'm actually going to write just to test for you guys. This is a 10 pack, and then there's a larger pack as well. So just keep an eye out depending on how many colors that you want. I like lots of colors because you can color code with these.
Right.
Or you can just,
And like you said, then you have more colors for your coloring book if you get the larger pack.
exactly, or like match it to what you're already using as far as your stickers and things like that. So I'm just going to write in here so that you can see that it's not going to go through. We're not going to have any bleeding. So, or Tri-Plus fine liner. Sorry, Megan, I'm writing here in your planner. Oh, there's stuff on the other side. That's not a good example. So I'll do test over here. And I'll even do darker lines. And when I flip it over, you don't see anything on the
it's
other
great.
side. So you can even fill things in, like doing your coloring here. I don't know why you'd color in the 0, but hey, just for testing, you're not going to see it go through on the other side. So these, I would say, are like my number one. They really are.
Those are my favorite as well.
And you can color code meetings, or if you have a filming schedule like Claudia and I do, you can put when you're filming in one color, when you have a meeting in another color, or when you have a doctor's appointment in another color.
You can keep your if you don't want to have multiple planners, but seems
Exactly.
like a lot of us do, then you can keep your personal life in one color and your work life in another color.
So, and then again, using it for coloring books as well is pretty awesome. So they are super fine, except you get a whole lot of coverage too. So if you are using it in a coloring book, you can actually fill in larger areas and not worry about it, because it actually works like a marker and a pen.
And that's what's nice, is that a lot of those coloring books have large areas, and then they have teeny tiny little areas that you're supposed to fill in, and if you don't want to keep switching markers and pens, and those are great for both.
It's awesome for the little intricate areas, for sure. Emily, has anyone used these pens? Is this on anyone's list of favorites?
I think it definitely is on some people's list. I know it's on my list. We have a couple different options on the site right now, but I just sent the link to the 20-pack in the chat. You'll be sad if you don't get it. Get all the colors. You will not regret it. It sounds like some people definitely have Lori asked what kind of pen are these? These are the Staedtler Triplus fine liners. They come in 20 colors. They are awesome. I can't stop talking about these pens. It definitely sounds like there's some people that have tried them out, or it's on their wish list.
I lied. I have a confession.
What?
Because my favorites, my favorites are the next one.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not lying. Like, I forgot. As soon as I looked over, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. My favorite for my planner are actually and they're falling out, the friction erasable pens.
Oh, that's right. I have heard Katie say they're her favorite many a time.
So I guess I would say for coloring and for like dual purpose, my favorite are the Tri-Plus fine liners. For actual like production in my planner and like
especially on the
calendar,
on the calendar page.
Yes, these
changes.
are awesome, and I have converted a lot of people in the office to using them. So erasable pens, I hated when I was growing up because you guys have heard this before if you've been with us. I'm left-handed, and there's always issues with left-handers, but I would write with my erasable pen, and I would have pen like all up my arm because I'd be writing like this. So then, you'd go and erase, and it would smudge all over, and they were just bad quality.
Like, rip your paper.
They were scratchy pens. These are not like that. These are awesome. So I wonder if she wrote in erasable here. No, she didn't. Okay, I'm gonna test this one for you. Those are the friction erasables, and that it writes really nice. It's like a gel. This is the 07. They also have 05. I like the 07. It's a little thicker, but if you like a thinner pen, get the 05. So
look at that.
Oh my goodness, it's like it never happened.
That's pretty amazing.
Just erase it off. And with our ever-changing schedule, things move around so much. Even just planning episodes like this, we put it in an order, and then it's like, nope, it's going a different way. So I'm always erasing and moving things around, and they come in a bunch of different colors. So again, with the color coding or matching with your spread, so that matches my nails right
Yes,
now.
it does.
So these are my favorite. I know I said the other ones were, but these truly are. Has anyone used these, Emily?
Yeah, it sounds like we do have some lefties in the chat. So I know like Katie's a lefty. We've had some products in recent weeks. We had a coloring book that was like top fold that you were like, this is the best thing that's happened to me. We do have some lefties. They know the struggle. They know the smudge. These, like you said, don't smudge. We do have, Gina says it sounds like she's in a bit warmer climate than us. She's had some experience with it in the warmer climate. She says it might, if you leave it in a hot temperature, it might run a little. We haven't had a chance to test that out. It's currently snowing outside. But I mean, it's definitely something that we can test out in the summer when it actually gets warm here in Chicago. If you've had other experiences with them, let us know.
So a little secret, what I've heard is that actually in the heat will like disintegrate and like disappear. So it's like disappearing ink. But then if you put it in the freezer, it comes back. So it's just
interesting.
Yeah, it varies on the temperature, I suppose. But Megan and I were playing around with it, and we're like, we're gonna do like invisible ink hack.
Like a message,
yeah,
and it comes back.
Exactly. So that's kind of fun. Another new pen, or maybe not new, but new to me, are the Sharpie pens. So I thought these were interesting, and I saw them on our site yesterday, so I grabbed them from the warehouse, and they come in a bunch of different colors as well. Here, I'll give you one as well. These are super fine Sharpie pens, and so I'll just write with this one. These, I love how they write. They aren't erasable, but they have kind of that gel feeling.
I like these because I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I press really hard when I write. And sometimes if a fine tip pen, this will break off or it'll warp or it'll bend because I actually just write really big and I use a lot of pressure, and these are really durable. So that's what I like about these.
Yeah, and then these are smudge proof. They are not going to bleed through as well. As you can see, we have no bleed through on the other side. So your planner is safe with the Sharpie pens. And again, they come in a bunch of different colors. So just another option for using another pen in your planners.
The last one I brought was just another, this is the Pilot G2 pen, and I just know it's a favorite amongst people that are writing a lot. Is this one of your favorites?
Yes, because the ink, it's continuous flow. Like you don't get that like where you have to go back and start it or like it's like really nice continuous flow ink.
Yeah, so I know that a lot of people when they're taking a lot of notes, they love to use this. It's not scratchy. They come in different sizes, different colors. So that's another one to think about for your planners as well. Are there any that we're missing? Has anyone suggested any other pens that they love for their planners?
I think some people are saying they love anything Sharpie. I know we just had, I'm going to put these in the link to these in the chat so that you guys can find them. They're also linked below. We just had the oil-based paint pens that we did a demo with. The Sharpies can be really fun. I don't see any mention of other pens. I'm seeing some people, Carla says she loves the G2. Stabilo.
Oh yes, that's another great option as well. So search any of those on Blitsy. You're bound to find options. I know for sure those friction pens, the erasable ones are available because I order them all the time. I'm like, right now I'm missing my black one. I know it's somewhere in the office. Give it back, whoever has it. I need my black erasable pen. But I still use the other colors as well. So, all right. So for time's sake, we're going to actually move on to Claudia's demo. So you can see her making a DIY dashboard for March. And this is using the Fuse tool, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
And it's really quick, simple technique that you can use. For any size planner, but I did one for the Happy Planner today, because it's also going to be kind of like a preview into some of the new Mombi accessories.
Yes, we have them, and we are waiting for. Okay, so I have good news. I don't even know if I've told you this, Claudia. We have the product actually coming to us ahead of time before we do the sale, whereas normally we do a sale and then we order it right on the spot and send it out to you. We actually will have it in-house to send it out right away.
Oh, that's great.
So that's arriving in our warehouse right about now, and we're going to launch that sale as soon as we can. So probably like Sunday or Monday of the new
So stay tuned.
Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner accessories.
Accessories, yes.
So
Because I know a lot of people have been asking for the arc punch,
yes,
which we will have.
we have it here.
And that's what I'm going to show first.
Okay, you're doing that first?
Yeah. So what I did here is, like Katie had said, we talk about dashboards. You can decorate them any way you like. You can put, what's great about using like
Is this just a regular page protector?
this is just a regular page protector. I just trimmed it down to the size of the Happy Planner, but like I said, you can do it for any planner. And then I just added a strip of washi here, and this is some of the new washi, which we'll show you in a little bit. There's so many great combinations that come in packs. So I used a couple here because this is going to be like a St. Patrick's Day dashboard. So I chose like a gold and a green. And then, so the arc punch, let's see. You just line it up here. And punch, and it creates those Happy Planner notches so that you can take the sleeve in and out as you'd like.
That is awesome.
Yes, so you can do that. You can actually do that to anything. Envelopes, if you want to add like pockets. There's a video that I shot yesterday that shows how you can punch an envelope and put your small cards in there, or you can do pretty paper. You can even, if you want to like scan or print extra photos and do that, you can add photos to your
Anything
planner.
you want. It's seriously amazing. It's not super heavy duty, so it's not gonna like this
It won't
planner
do,
cover.
yeah, it won't do
would
like
not-
heavy duty plastic or
this is
chipboard.
Too heavy duty to do, but it's super convenient. I know yesterday, Heidi, who you guys know as our yarn correspondent, she converted to a Happy Planner as well because you can't start working with Blitsy and not. And she just went nuts with this planner with paper. So she would have pretty
just
paper,
Scrap paper to write notes in.
She writes a
and-
ton of notes. So she actually got the larger rings as well so that she could put tons of paper in here for her notes. And It really is addicting. You start punching, you're like, oh, I need to punch that, and I need to punch that.
Especially because you can grab and go. Like if you have a shopping list or something that you have in there, a to-do list, you can actually just grab the list and take it with you, as opposed to having to take your planner everywhere.
Absolutely.
So that's what's great about
It
that.
did go through the page protector though really easily. You didn't have any issues with that.
Yeah, no. So
Cool.
it should work fine through here. It actually says on the actual punch, it says max
3
sheets. So, but I would consider that the heavy planner sheets, they're kind of thinner, a little thinner. So, but it's worth trying. You know, you'll be able to tell if you're punching it and it resists a lot, it's not going to go through. So
Yeah.
you probably won't damage it just if you're trying something.
I'll be using this all the time.
Just saying. Okay, so for the dashboard, I just have some of the Mambi stickets. What are they called? I think that's what they're called.
Mambi sticks?
Mambi sticks, yes. So like I
Sure,
said,
just some of their larger word stickers.
let's see here.
This is perfect for St. Patrick's Day.
It says make your own luck. Thank you. So I'm just gonna stick it to the center of this here. Like so. And then, any of you that have done like shaker cards or dashboards, you know, the big thing right now is putting sequins.
Yes.
So I have some fun green.
You could do sequins, glitter.
I punched out some little pieces of paper with a hole punch that you can do. But you can add anything. Buttons, glitter. I'm just adding some sequins here.
Fun.
So you can see, you start to add some extra color and shimmer in there.
This is so cute.
And then, so what you want to use your fuse tool for is to seal the top there so that none of this stuff comes out as you're carrying your planner and shifting pages.
Now, if you're not familiar with the fuse tool, this is a tool that heats up and it actually has like little ridges on it, and you just put it over the plastic and it seals it shut. So
Yes.
really easy for making shaker cards or shaker dashboards in this case. You could put photos in here and seal around them, anything you want. So it's really cool.
They have like the page protectors that already come kind of divided up into sections, but if you want to divide those sections into sections, that's what
True.
this is great for. Or if you have 12 by 12 page protectors and you need to use them, you can use this to create your own custom sizes.
Absolutely.
So I will say that this tool is really addicting, but you
As everything.
exactly. But you do kind of have to practice a little bit. So maybe I would practice on like a plain page protector that you can, because it's
get
got a
the
little
right, like,
wheel. Yeah, to
pressure?
get the right pressure. You don't want to use too much pressure and burn straight through it, and you also don't want to use not enough, and it won't seal, and then stuff will come out.
Right.
It honestly just took me a couple passes to get comfortable with it, but just a tip in case you haven't used it before. So yes, so you just line up your tool here.
And this is just a ruler. You could just freehand it if you want.
Right.
Which I guarantee Megan probably would have freehanded.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen her use the ruler, but I think it's safer to use the ruler so that you are getting a straight seal on there. And it kind of looks like a stitch.
And it helps to kind of guide the little wheel
Yeah.
there as you're sealing. So as you can see, like I can tell that I have to kind of
Push a little harder.
push
so
a little
that-
harder. Let's see, actually, let me start here. There we go.
Straight down. There you go.
There we go. So there, it's all sealed. So now nothing's gonna come out of there.
So cute. And then we'll use Heidi's planner here.
Okay, we'll put it in her planner. So where's March?
She's in March, right? Do you want it? Yeah, let's
It's
use
in
that
here.
fun background.
So you can see that it'll just snap into place, like so.
Ta-da! And now she sees that every time she opens up her planner to March.
Exactly.
I love it. Has anyone done a dashboard like this, or what are people's thoughts on Claudia's DIY here?
Super cute. A lot of people, I love how you added the washi to kind of like reinforce it and also just add some extra detail. People are very excited for the Mambi planner punch to come out. Even before you brought it out at the start of this broadcast, people were like, are you going to talk about it? Is it going to be there? Are you going to have it? What's going on? I think we will be selling that. I don't know if it'll be by the end of this week, but I believe the plan is to have those on sale within the next week.
It'll be within the next week. It's looking like it'll arrive at our warehouse by Friday, and so then we'll have it all ready to go by Sunday or Monday is the latest that I'm hearing. So make sure you're checking your emails on Sunday or Monday to see when the new. We'll be shouting it from the rooftops, that's for sure, because we're so excited about all this stuff. But it sounds like Sunday or Monday will be the day for the accessories.
We do have some questions. It sounds like some people haven't seen the fuse before, or they're curious about the difference between the fuse and the heatwave tool. They're both from We Are Memory Keepers. The fuse is like what Claudia just showed you. It kind of started out as a scrapbooking tool to make your own pocket pages. Obviously, we've found